All right, here we go. Camera set up just the way I like it. Hello, Wanda. Hey, guys. How you doing? All right. I'm going to try to make this quick tonight. You know I'm usually working by 11, 12 o'clock. But I'm trying to make this quick, give a little bit, a few tips, and then talk about it more, because I'm going to invite all of my followers for a conversation about money and investing. And I'm going to make this one short. I'm just going to give you the precursor, I hope, because you know how I always say it's going to be a precursor. Hello, Reading. You know how I always say it's going to be a precursor, and I talk for about an hour and a half, so forgive me if I do. Okay, thanks. So I'm going to talk quick tonight. About investing. You know, it's tax time, right? So when people get their tax money, they think, woohoo, I could go get that new purse, you know, or I can get them red bottom shoes, or, you know, I can put a down payment on a new car that I don't really need. I just want. So tonight I'm going to talk briefly about investing. I have two books with me tonight. This is Stock Investing for Dummies and Trading for Dummies. These are two important books that you would need this year. Special year. We're going to need it. Get them from the library. You don't have to buy them. Library. Borrow them. Read up on them. Become acquainted with them. Take notes out of them, because if you use just a portion of your money, your tax money or your income, to buy some stock, or your bonuses, yes, to buy some stock this year. What's this? February, March, April, May, June, July. Before July of this year. I'm going to put them up one more time. These are going to be your best friends before July. Get very acquainted with these two books. Very acquainted. Specifically for this tool that I'm using right now, Periscope. Periscope is only a year old. 1 year. So though there's a lot of users and people are doing lots of things on Periscope, you need Periscope. You need some of Periscope. Oh, that was probably me. Oh, coffee, you mean in the background? You are so right. Thank you. So, I'm going to need you guys to get very familiar with buying stock, investing, and trading. When you do buy this specific stock, let me make this disclaimer first. I am not a financial guru. I am not a financial advisor. Anything that you do with stock is taking a risk, okay? And there are risks, all types of risk in life. When we walk outside, it's a female, but thanks, it's my friend, Alexis. That's Lexus over there coughing. Disturbing my groove over here, but praise Jesus, she good. So I am not a financial advisor. I just get tips from divine sources. And Periscope, Rini said hi, Lexus. She said hello. But I get tips from divine sources, and this particular stock is very important for us this year. When you buy, you have to take a risk. Everything is a risk. When you walk outside in the mornings and crank up your car, you take a risk. You don't know if through the night, if you park it outside of your home, instead of in a garage. You don't know if someone's planted something in that car. So when you crank it up, you trust that it's not been touched. But you still take a risk when you get inside of that vehicle. Okay? So buying stock is taking a risk. Like I am not a big risk taker. Can I tell you that? I am so not. I like for everything to be sure. I need to know 100% what's happening with my money, specifically with my money. I need to know what's happening with it. Hey, Shay, I need to know what's happening with my money, how much interest is getting, how long it's going to be in the bank. I need to know everything about every cent. Okay. When it comes to, hi, Shay, love you. My money, I am very specific. You know, if I could keep all of my coins in my pocket without spending them, I would. So when it comes to investing, it's very important that you, one, get educated on what investing is about and how to invest. That's why, Shay, we're talking about getting these books. Get them from the library. You don't have to buy them. Stock investing for dummies and trading for the dummies. We need these to get familiar with these before July. So take notes, write down notes from them and keep them. Keep up the good work, Sheila. Thanks, Wanda. Love you. So get familiar with these books. Very familiar, okay? Because it's going to be important in your life this year. So I want you guys to prosper. And when I say prosper, I mean to practice good financial management. Now, if you don't have a budget and you don't live by a budget, you just frivolously spend, we're going to need to practice getting that under control before July, okay? We need to practice managing our money, because if you don't, easy come, easy go. Trust me, I did it for years. I was making thousands of dollars extra a month, and I was spending those $1,000 extra every month. So over 1 year's time, I probably made about $50,000 extra, because on the weekends I made from $1,000 to $2,000 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a weekend job. And I worked every weekend. And sometimes I make that in a night. So I spent a good deal of that money on, I have no idea what. I don't think I have anything to show from what I spent that money on. But I had to learn how to use my money wisely. I'm going to reposition myself because my feet's starting to hurt. Get comfortable here. Hold on. Truth ain't nothing but the light, Shay. I did it. I have to be honest. I spent that money on I don't know what. I know I probably ate a lot of burgers, ate some fancy food here and there. This is better. Bought some clothes. Child, I don't even know what I did with it, to be honest with you. I wish I can go back and slap myself and say, put that money away, girl. But I can't. But what we can do is move forward from here. So if you don't have good spending practices, try doing it now. One way you can do it is in 1 week's time, in 1 week, everything. I look skinny. Oh, Lord, girl, you know how my stomach bulging out of these pants? But thank you. I've been walking around telling myself, ooh, I feel fat. I got to back down. You know, I've been thinking about just drinking smoothies for like a week. Oh, thanks, Renee. That's right. Give me some hearts. Thanks, Renee. That's important. But, what was I saying? Okay, about spending. Oh, a way to keep track of your spending habits, to figure out lemon water. I need to drink a gallon right now. But keep the way to track your spending habits and give yourself an idea of what kind of spending you do on a regular basis is for 1 week. Write down everything that you buy or keep the receipts for everything you buy, whether you buy cash or on the card, for 1 week. Keep track of what you buy. And that way you'll see what you're spending your money on in that week, and what you're spending on frivolously, is that right? And what's important, like even your bills, whatever bills you pay, write them down. If you go to the store and get a Coca-Cola or some lemon water or a candy bar, write it down. Whatever you purchase in 1 week, write it down, just to track for 1 week how you spend your money. And then you evaluate that. I have a detox. See, sorry to keep talking. Oh, it's okay. It's a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Though we might be talking about investing. You know what I'm saying? We sisters. You know, this is our time to talk and communicate, get to know each other. But I need it. You're going to have to send me some more info, Rini. My email address is S as in Sam, M as in Mary, S as in Sam, P as in Papa, A as in Apple, N as in Nancy, 333 at gmail.com. Again, that's smspann 333 at gmail.com. So send me some info, please. You know, so about the spending. So let's start keeping track of our spending habits, because I need you to have good spending habits, okay? Because when you get more money, let's think about the people who win the lottery, right? Most of them lose that money within a short period of time. They get all these millions, and then, okay, thanks, Rini. But, hey, Megan, they get these millions of dollars, and in a few years, it's gone. That's because they don't have good spending practices, okay? So I don't want you to be like that. What I need you to do is track your spending for 1 week, everything you buy, whether you buy cash, card, check, whatever you spend your money on, keep track of it, okay? And so after that, that gives you just a picture. Thanks, Megan. Welcome, Megan. Don't forget to tap the screen for the hearts. Oh, snap. Okay, I tapped my screen. I should not have done that. Now I know. But anyway, keep, you know, the spending plan for 1 week, and then practice good spending. I want you to practice good spending. Oh, that's what I was saying about the lottery. When people get all that money and then they're broke a few years later. I don't want that to be you. I want you to practice good spending habits. And what I mean by that is, 1, you know what's a need, what's a want, and what's impulse. Okay, what do I need? What do I want? And what is impulse? Why am I doing this impulse buying? Because we do impulse buying sometimes. You know, we'll see something in the store and be like, ooh, I got to get that right now. Remember I said I like to shop off the clearance rack? Clarence. Me and Clarence is best friends. So I like to shop off the clearance rack. So that means that even though I want it, I know at some point the price is going down, so I can wait for it. And if it's just that important, I have to have it, I might get it, but that's not likely. So, track your spending habits. Distinguish between needs, wants, and impulse. Needs, you need a roof over your head. You probably need a vehicle to get from A to B, from your home to your job to make money. Food, you need some nice clothes. If you work in a business place or whatever, you need clothes on your body. Those are needs. Wants, Michael Kors purses, Coach purses, red bottom shoes. Hit the icon on the side, y'all. Invite your followers to Twitter. Thank you, Rini. Rini, thank you. You are so sweet. Thank you for helping everybody out and how to do it. I appreciate that. But distinguish between the need. That's right. Share this with your friends on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you have. There you go, Shay. Thanks. So let's distinguish between our needs and wants. We don't have to ball out. Remember when I talked about burying your money with you, and we buy stuff to prove to other people that we can afford it? We don't need to do that. We know what we can afford. When you have lots of money in your bank account, you know what you can afford, but you don't need to flex and show other people, you know? So we don't want to get into the habit of showing people what we can afford. It's okay to have a few nice things for different occasions. You want, once you become a millionaire, you want to have at least one nice car. But guess what? Wealth whispers. That's right, Alexis. Wealth says, I got the money, but you don't need to know how much I got. All right. So there we go. So we don't want to boast what we have, because one, we get more eyes on it. And once people know that you got money, you know how they say more money, more problems. Everybody in your family gonna be sick, broke. They're going to need something from you. You're going to have people coming out the woodworks begging for the money. And I'll talk about that later, I hope. So I don't forget to talk about, what was I just saying? Okay, y'all got to help me. I be getting off track sometimes. But talking about, what was I saying, Lacey, just now?
The wealth whispers.
Wealth whispers.
Family comes out the woodworks.
I'm putting my tire refund in my savings minus the investment I will be making. Yes. So tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about what to invest in. Since it's 5 of y'all right now, y'all can share with your friends. It's Periscope. Okay. So Periscope right now is a part of Twitter. Twitter's stock is down right now, right? It's at a low. They was predicting that it was going to be, by this year, or by the end of 2014, 2015, the shares was going to be like $100 or more. But it's not right now. Okay. That's a great thing if you're investing, right? Right now it's about $16.15. It'll give or take a few cents because it goes up and down every hour. $16. Okay. Periscope is a part of Twitter. Periscope is a year old. 1 year old. Remember, Facebook came out in what year? 2008? I can't remember. Look at Facebook now. If you would have invested in Facebook back then when stock was low, you'd be a billionaire. Well, maybe just a millionaire by now. So the idea is to buy stock now when it's low, buy enough shares that so if it goes down to 15 cents, you might lose 1 or 2. But almost a year out. So you might go down 1 or 2, but you still have enough stock where it continue to grow once it starts growing. Periscope is going to blow up. Periscope has a rival, well, somewhat of a rival, called Meerkat. Let's talk about Meerkat and Periscope, okay? Periscope is a part of Twitter. I don't even know what Meerkat is part of. Let's talk about name branding, okay? Name branding. A name can get people's attention quickly. Just like when I put up the broadcast, people who don't even know me will touch on it just because of the title that joined the, in Periscope. But it's actually Twitter. It's Twitter stock, okay? It's Twitter. Now, I want to remind y'all, I am not a financial advisor. I just get divine tips. But you have to read these. Trading for Dummies and Stock Investing for Dummies. These are good books if you don't know anything about investing. And get very acquainted with these books. You don't have to buy them. You can get them at a library or maybe even online. So you can get very acquainted with the trading, with stock market and trading. You don't want to trade right away. You want to let it grow. Even if it goes down to $14. You don't want to let this go. This is a very big tool. The difference between Periscope and Meerkat is name branding. Periscope. Just listen at the name, Periscope. And then you can make it short. What you do today? Girl, I was on that scope today, just dropping some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But then you say, Meerkat, what you was doing today, girl? Girl, I was on that cat today. You was on that what? That cat, girl, I was on that cat, putting it out there. People be like, I'm get with you later, So I'm gonna, it's just the name branding. Not that Meerkat is not a good tool, because Periscope and Meerkat are pretty much exactly the same, but it's name branding. Okay. We went from MySpace to Facebook. Remember, you guys were on MySpace, right? You know how popular MySpace was? But look what happened when Facebook came out. Who on MySpace nowadays? I don't have any friends on MySpace that I know of. And if they are, I think I need to have a personal conversation with them. But nobody uses that anymore, right? So you have this other tool that comes up and takes over. Twitter is building their brand. Very important. That's right. Very important, Shay. Very important. Because remember, Twitter was doing very well. You have all these people, you know, even on award shows, they had the little Twitter boxes where people be having conversations on 106 in Park. You know, they would touch the little Twitter comments and talk, you know, so it was big, but then it started going down. That's right. Twitter has a different but diverse target market. That's true. I still have an account on MySpace. Don't even remember how to find myself. You are so right. I was trying to look for myself on MySpace. I don't remember the password. I don't remember the email I used. And I was like, man, I had some cute pictures on there. You know how you put the pictures up when you was like 20? I did it. Hey, I'm telling the truth about myself. I put pictures up when I was a little bit younger, you know, before I had more children, you know, on my MySpace. Who was going to know the difference? But it was still cute, you know. So maybe, Renee, maybe we can go back and find those information, get those cute pictures and stuff off of there. But I want you guys to get really acquainted with investing, because Periscope is definitely going to blow up. Now, it may take a little time, so I don't want you to get weary, okay? I don't want you to get afraid, okay? Because remember, this is taking a risk. This is risk taking. And so you want to have enough stock, so if it goes down, you have enough so it can build back up. But let's go back to spending, okay? I want to make sure you understand spending your money right. I don't need you riding around in a Rolls Royce with a driver named Francois, okay? Patience is a virtue, that's right. I don't want you and Francois driving around the city flossing, okay? I want you to get you a nice little ride, keep it clean, you know, get you one nice vehicle, because you can't drive them all at the same time, okay? You can't. One nice vehicle for going to special events, doing special things, you know, and you don't want to put a whole lot of miles on that car. Then you have your everyday car. Get you a good American or Honda or foreign built car, something good, something reliable that you can drive every day, put miles on. That's nice. You know, they have lots of don't use your operating money, use the expected extra money. That's right. You don't want to use your good money. And remember, we talked about building for the next generation. So you don't want to keep all your money for yourself either. You got to think about your family, right? If you have children like I do, I don't want them starting at ground zero. I don't want my grandson starting at ground zero. I don't want my great grandson starting at ground zero. So we're not just doing this for us. We're doing this for our future generations, okay? When you think about the farmer, again, I always use the farmer who has a ranch. Back in the 1920s or even before then, some man bought a farm, okay? He acquired cattle, he acquired sheep, goat, chickens, horses, whatever. As he got older, he taught his children how to run the farm as they were growing up. And then when he got to a certain age, he says, look, son, this that I have belongs to you. Now, let's think about what that son had to do to get that farm. He had to learn how to run it, and that was it. He inherited something, but before he inherited, his father had to make sure that he understood and knew how to keep it going, to run it. So now the son runs the farm. He has children. He teaches his children how to run the farm, right? The son does not have to start from ground zero and acquire cattle, sheep, chickens, cows, donkeys, whatever he has on that farm. He already has everything on that farm that he inherited from his father. So he's on block 2 already. His father did step 1. He's on step 2. He's starting at step 2. Okay. So all he has to do is maintain what he already has. And then his son, the son's son, gets the same thing. He's on step 3. Not only does the son's son inherit the farm, he has ideas about how to run it better. So he becomes more efficient than his father and his grandfather. So that's what we have to do with our children. We have to be more efficient. We have to first give them something. We don't want them starting from ground one. We build the foundation. We're building the foundation and they're going to build on it. So for them to build on it, we have to leave them something. Yes. Thank you, Lexus. Something big with Twitter. Trust me, it is going to happen. You know, it's patience, but Periscope is still very young. We don't have all of the major celebrities even using it now. Mostly people, you know, I see a lot of pastors on here and preachers and people doing, you know, stuff. But when you see celebrities, big celebrities, hi Venetia, true, and I want to know how to invest in it. Yes, hi Venetia, thanks for joining us. We're talking about investing and whether you got your tax money or not. We're talking about building for our future and not holding this money, our tax money, and investing. Venetia, these are 2 books I would like for you to get. Stock Investing for Dummies or Trading for Dummies. If you already have an idea about it, great. If not, it's not that we're dummies. Well, I'll say that I'm very ignorant in this area. I have no clue, but I have got to get up on it so that we're smart and we're wise with our money and with our spending, because we're going to take care of our future generations, not just this next one, but 2 and 3 generations after us, right? We want to build for our future. We don't want to consume everything on ourselves. We don't want to hold everything for ourselves because that's selfish, and we don't want to go and do that and not think about our future. Just palatable information. Thanks, Lex. So when it comes to spending, Vanessa, we're talking about spending, shopping wisely. Do you actually need 4 pairs of the same color shoes? Do you need 4 black purses that look almost the same? You know, do you need the same dress in different colors? I'm guilty of that one. So we want to be, y'all, excuse me, I'm going to have a drink of water. I'm going to do it off camera because I saw somebody drink water on Periscope one time and I just about throwed up. Okay, so excuse me one moment. I'm a little parched. I'm going to get me a sip of water. I feel much better. So, raise his hand. That's right. You do that. Thank you. So, we have, Shane, you know what I'm talking about. So we have to be smart about our money. Don't forget, 1 week, ladies, 1 week, track your spending. That way you can see what you're spending your money on and how you're spending. We want to be wise with our money, because just because you have millions, you don't want to flaunt it. You want to make sure these IMO users are so rude, calling middle of the night. Is that part of your job, Rini? But I want you guys to be smart with your money. We talked about having a nice car. You have a nice dress, a couple nice dresses for going out to dinner parties, expensive dinner parties. Because remember, the more money you have, oh, okay, cool. The more access you have to different people and different places. Oh, it's a video app. Oh, okay. So you want to make sure that you have a few nice things that when you go out, you can not only be the part, but you can look the part also. But you don't need a closet full of clothes that you only wore once. That's a waste, okay? So we want a few nice items. We want a nice vehicle, but we don't want to go out frivolously spending our money on things that we don't need. Okay, remember we talked about needs, wants, and impulse. We want to stay away from impulse buying. Okay, so excuse me, I need one more drink off camera again because I don't want to be wrapping my lips around no cup on the screen. Okay, excuse me. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being so patient with me. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Okay, I'm back. So, we're going to do this investing thing, impulse buyer, right? Because we see it and we be like, oh, I got to have that now, you know? And then when honestly, you know, thanks, sweetie. Honestly, we can wait for some things because is it going to stop our life from going on? Is it going to make me a better person if I buy that thing right now? You know, can I actually live without that, or am I going to die tomorrow and I got to have it before I die? You know, so we have to think about these things. It is hard not to, when I go to the mall and I'm looking at this stuff and I be like, I'm just gonna browse, right? But my browsing becomes, okay, you know, this is only $11.75. Woo, I'm gonna get it. Then I keep wise women build. That's right, Lex. We're going to keep, you know, since we only spend $11 on this, we can spend $29 on this because it's not that bad. It kind of balances out, you know. So we have to be careful of our impulse spending. When am I going to wear this? Where am I going to wear it to? Is it something that I can wait later to have? Because let me tell you, today I was at Walmart getting paint. I'm painting my classroom. And as I'm going through the aisles, I'm thinking I passed by chalk. And chalk for the kids to play with outside because they left their chalk outside in the rain, got wet. So I'm thinking chalk. It was only $5 for 48 sticks of chalk, right? So I was like, oh, I'm going to get the kids this chalk. And then next to it was bubbles. Oh, the kids need bubbles. They can play in the yard for hours with bubbles. So I put this stuff in the cart, right? So I'm thinking, get the stuff, and I'm adding up everything I need. I went to go get painting supplies, right? So here I have painting supplies, chalk, and bubbles in the cart. Chalk and bubbles. And by the time I got to the front, I was like, Sheila, do they need that chalk today? Is it going to really be that much of a difference whether they have it today, tomorrow, or Friday? What about those bubbles? Don't you got some bubbles on top of the refrigerator? Think, girl. I ended up putting the stuff back. When I got back to the house, the kids were taking a nap, you know. So I saved myself $8, even though it's maybe I think the bubbles may have been $4 too. So about $10. I saved myself about $10 from impulse buying, you know. So we got to be practical with our money. It's okay to look nice and show what you have every now and then, but we don't want to get in the habit of trying to prove to people that we can afford certain things, because people who do that tend to bear their money with them and they leave nothing for the next generations. So have I talked too much already? When did I start this? Oh my goodness, I was only supposed to give y'all a snippet, but since y'all stayed with me, good. But so we'll talk again hopefully tomorrow. You guys let me know what's a good time for you, and maybe we can go through this thing together. You know, maybe we can learn together. We can read this together and go through it together and learn together. Shay, you really going to try hard to do this better with your kids? I'm telling you, just try for 1 week. Plan Spending Biz, very nice wardrobes. Very good, Lex. So, Shay, you're going to do it. You're going to do it because it's very important that when this investment starts to grow, you're going to be able to do things you've never been able to do before, right? And because we can do those things, we might go overboard, right? Because we're like, I got the money, I'm going to get it, you know? So we don't want to frivolously spend our money on things that we know we can buy, but we go overboard. Just like for me, I love basketball. I buy the $100 tickets, 2 of them. So that's $200 a trip to the basketball game. So when I have more money, am I going to buy the $500 tickets? just because I can, that wouldn't be wise of me, because the $200, the $100 tickets are great seats, and I've sat in the, for $95 a ticket, I've sat, it's been in, what's it call it, in the end zone, in the end, right behind the goal post, but like on the third row. So I was like right up in the mix for $95. You just have to look for those tickets, like on Ticketmaster resale, StubHub. But just because you can buy it don't mean that you need to. Okay, so we're going to talk about being wise with our money. Okay, because we don't want to get it and then it's gone and we have nothing left for our future. Okay, I love you guys. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about, I'm here for you. Let's learn this together. Let's do it together. We can do it. We can help each other out. Plan spending leads to prosperity. That's right, Alexis. We can do this together. We can figure it out together, and we can help each other, right? Because we want to build for our future generations. You with me, Shay? I'm with it. I'm ready to do it. So let's do it. Let's start planning. Shay, send me your email address, smspann333@gmail.com. And I'll get with Rainey about her email. She, I gave her email, my email earlier, so we can talk about this and what works for us. And we can do this thing together. Who knows? We might be on a talk show talking about how we decided to do this. Girl, you never know where God's going to take us in this thing. Let's just be obedient and make the sacrifices and go. Let's do this thing. We are going. This is our year to rise to the top. And we're going to be wise when we rise. Okay? That's right. Thanks, Lex. There's my email. So we're going to be wise when we rise. We don't want to get the money floss, because I know in Atlanta, Shay, you got that's the Black Hollywood, right? So you got to keep your game up, but you can be on point with your game, and they don't have to know what you spent, to play the game. All right. So when we rise. There you go. Okay. So Shay, I love you. Tomorrow I have a plan. I'm going to come on earlier, so you might have to do the replay, but I'm going back to talking about standards, setting standards. And because I had this great idea, and talking about setting standards again, and about for us, when we set those standards, and anything that comes underneath that's kind of eliminates itself, because it already knows if you don't live up to the standard, you don't even qualify. So, yes, tap the screen. Give me some hearts. Give me some love. I love you guys. I so appreciate you. I appreciate you guys so much for sticking with me, even in this hour, late in the midnight hour. God's gonna turn around. It's gonna work in your favor. Okay. So, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I thank you. I hate to get off. You know how you be on the phone, be like, you hang up first. You hang up first. That's kind of how I feel when I be on here sometimes, But I love you guys so much. I appreciate you for hanging in here with me. Let's get this thing going. Let's make some money. Let's build a future for our children, our grandchildren, our great-grand, and our great-great-grand. And if we teach them right, they'll teach their children and their grandchildren, and the legacy will just continue to grow and get better with every generation. So thanks for joining me. I love you. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. You know how I do. Much love. Don't forget to invite friends. That's right. We're gonna be balling. Say we'll be balling. But I'm gonna try to get on here earlier tomorrow and talk about those standards. And night, sis, I love you. Invite your friends, put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, whatever you can do. Share me the replay. They can still replay it. They can share the replay. All right. So I love you. I appreciate you. Remember, you are beautiful. You are smart. You are intelligent. You are creative. You are kind. You are needed. The earth needs you. You are the seed carriers of the earth, and the earth needs you. Thanks for joining me. I love you, and good night.